Hello there everyone, guys, Bitcoin is absolutely exploding right now, and tomorrow it's gonna explode even more. So I'm gonna show you my precise trading strategy, my plan for taking profits on my long trade, or even potentially what has to happen for me to scale my long trade. So all of this in this video, and also some crazy news and some crazy updates and reminders. And without any further ado, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get straight into this. So quick reminder about XRP, because you XRP army thought I'm gonna forget about XRP, but I'm actually a big XRP holder. I'm gonna link a video to the XRP update, a recent one that I've done. It's a very important one because I am holding a bunch of XRP for a good reason, and you can check out the video there and to find out exactly why. So XRP will be a huge winner in a multi-trillion-dollar payment space, says Iron Key Capital Advisor. So that's number one. And number two, XRP lawsuit summary judgment may land this week, and that for this reason we're actually seeing XRP pump. I mean, we've been talking about the chart of XRP, quick squeezing and beautiful breakout, just beautiful, amazing. And right now we actually went all the way up to 58 cents per XRP. So this is absolutely beautiful. And this is showing that the market is anticipating that everything that has been happening with the XRP lawsuit, that SEC is actually gonna lose. And there is a very good chance, but I covered it in my video about the XRP. So let's now move on to something that is absolutely astronomical in my personal humble opinion, and this is right here. I mean, Bitcoin, we're all saying Bitcoin pump, right? So the question is then, why is it pumping when everything is so bad? And guys, I told you I'm holding my long trade, and the ones who are patient and know how to trade shall be rewarded. And guys, if you want to become one of my students, go to tomskralo.com right now and become one of my students at my certified and accredited trading learning programs. Probably one of few places that are actually certified and accredited to teach you how to trade. And it's a great place, great community, etc. So Biden says White House response to banking stress is not over yet. So Jesus Christ, I mean, Biden, you gotta be kidding me. You guys that are Democrats in the United States, you probably feel pretty bad about this right now, because he just came out, previously he said, oh, it's safe and sound, United States, and now he's coming out and he's actually explicitly saying that it's actually not over yet. But you have to give the old man credit, because it actually is true. It's not over. Silicon Valley Bank was just the beginning. Still hundreds of banks potentially standing in line with the same kind of liabilities that they have and the investments into long-term treasuries. So this is just absolutely not a surprise. So what does this mean, guys? This means bueno times for Bitcoin and bueno times for our long trade. Look, my long trade is bringing in $87,000 in profits. Now the big question is, where am I going to be scaling it? Where am I going to be taking my profits on this, etc.? And here, when it actually pumped to the upside, I actually touched $29,000. I had over $100,000 profit on this trade, which is quite cool in my opinion. So let me know, guys. Call me Mr. Spot in the comments right now. And thank you in advance. So what I think this here means is going to be more money being printed, obviously. And what this also means that we're going to be seeing more and more liquidity going into the market. And there is direct correlation between the Bitcoin chart and the global liquidity. What is it, global liquidity? It's overall money that the governments are printing, putting into the system. The more money there is, the more money goes into Bitcoin. It's just that correlated. And here we're saying Bank of Japan printing money, putting liquidity into the market. China, the same thing. And now, look at this spike right here. This is the Fed, the Federal Reserve. And from this not being over, many more banks will borrow more money. And where this money gonna come from? From the printer. Brrr. So this global liquidity is gonna keep getting stimulated. So now all of this, what does all of this mean then? Then these indicators, and this is the moment when I'm saying that these indicators actually start to gain relevance, because I told you so many times before, I don't like indicators. They don't really explain the market, MVRV, whatever, stochastics, MACDs, any of these models. But right now, this MVRV, the same thing we've been looking at, dormancy flow, that we actually are historically, whenever we actually exit this green area, this is the beginning of the bull market, like just historically. Then all of these patterns and all these formations with all these crazy targets, and also plan B stuff, and also this another one, which previous one was Bitcoin adoption S-curve, then the momentum chart, then also this right here, all these patterns of these crossovers of different moving averages, Also these kinds of patterns that a lot of people are always screaming about. And I always told you, these things are irrelevant because usually, when we are seeing this kind of a breakout, just similarly 2017 and 13, but it's not followed by, for example, a huge stimulus from the government. So again, global liquidity. This is what we were talking about here. When we are not seeing global liquidity, then this will usually always turn out to be a fake out. But right now, so when these indicators are all irrelevant, but at this point today, seeing everything with the banking collapse and the global liquidity and all the injections and all the crazy stuff they're going to be doing to sustain this unsustainable garbage system, actually this is activated. So which means, are we gonna be going in a parabolic run? And what am I doing with my personal trade over on Bybit? And guys, if you want to be trading over on Bybit, you need an exchange that you can trust, that doesn't have any stupid FUD about it. And if you want to choose the exchange that Thomas Krallo is using, then go down into the description of this video and you're gonna find yourself a link to exclusive bonuses. Only if you're gonna use my link. If you already have an account, you can still open a new one using my link and claim all these bonuses and move your funds to a new account. And if you deposit more than $100, you're entering into a crazy Rolex giveaway. If you deposit more than $500, you get my famous paid crypto course, a long-term crypto course for absolutely free. You can claim it in the Discord channel, and all deposited users get access to my crypto signals community for absolutely free. There's also a link to it down in the description of this video. This is where I post all of my trades and the trades of my team. The only way to get into it is if you're an active deposited Bybit user. So use all these incredible bonuses. Now, so when it comes to this trade, so what I want to see, this is all a clear picture, and Biden, thank you very much for giving us the clear direction. But now what I want to see is tomorrow, and this brings me to the topic of tomorrow and what is going to happen tomorrow, and then we're going to move to the chart. I'm going to talk about my price targets. So tomorrow is going to be the PCE reading, so reading on inflation, and the current forecast is 4.7, the core one. We really care about core one. So core PCE, and the previous was 4.7, forecast is 4.7. So the market is actually currently pricing in that there is no decrease because of all the factors that we're currently seeing in the world. But if it's going to come in at 4.7, it is going to be very positive for us because the forecast will be met. But guys, if it's going to come in better, so it's going to become better than the forecast, like let's say 4.6, this is going to be absolutely parabolic in my opinion, just in terms of the psychology of the market participants, and certainly it's going to drastically affect the forecast and projection for the next rate hike, which is coming in about 5 weeks from today. And right now there is a 56% chance of there being no rate hike, so being a complete Fed pivot. If we're gonna see this inflation data coming in very hot, then this could be, a very big suppression for Bitcoin price, unfortunately. So if something like 4.8, etc. So inflation again going up, just like we've seen here, it was not very good. So as long as it stays 4.7 or lower, I might even consider scaling my long trade, or at least of course keeping my long trade. But if it's going to be worse, then maybe I'll start taking a little bit of profits, because there's probably going to be some stagnation. Not a guarantee, but this is what you have to really pay attention to. Remember, none of this is financial advice. This is just my personal strategy. Again, most importantly, if it's going to come in better than the forecast, so lower, then I certainly will be considering to scale my long trade, because it's just going to say that Fed will be more inclined to finally pivot, and closer to the end of the year probably even start reducing the rates. So this is what we really want to see. So currently, let's go to the chart right here, and we're gonna see that actually we are coming very close to our target, which is very important. Guys, watch this video till the end, because this is very important. We have had this beautiful breakout that we've talked about, and our target for it is currently, let me remove auto, our current target for it is actually right at $30,000, and $30,000 for this whole breakout is also going to be the place where you must be taking at least some profits. Why? It's just because it's a huge order block, just historically. If we're gonna take a look, we'll take the horizontal line, and we'll place it about 30K. You will see how important it is. Support here, huge support here after Chinese FUD. Also, some kind of support, and then it turned into huge resistance in this bear market. And it certainly is going to be at least some kind of a resistance. We're gonna touch it, then maybe go lower, and then again maybe attempt to break it, whatever. But I really doubt that we're just gonna skyrocket right to 40K, for example. So this would be a very smart place to take your trade regardless of what will be the outcome of the PCE reading. And again, guys, if you want to learn how to trade Bitcoin properly with proper risk and money management, check out this quick tutorial, and that's where you're going to learn a lot of really cool tips. It's a 40-minute tutorial, but it's going to give you an insight as to what you should be doing in order to maximize your profits and minimize your losses. And this is pretty much it for this video. This is my strategy for right now. I'm going to keep you guys updated tomorrow. Remember, the PCE is coming out tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. And as always, peace and love. Thomas Crowell, stay smart, stay rich, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.